The confetti is on the floor. The celebration has begun. The Montana Grizzlies are going dancing once again. How's it going, everyone, from Spokane, Washington for the Big Sky Conference kickoff? I'm Shaun Rainey, joined by Annika Cook. And Annika, it's always very exciting. All the players and coaches here. We're talking football. It's right around the corner. Hi, and welcome to Boise, where the Montana State Bobcats won their first Big Sky Conference tournament game since 2009. Yeah, kind of hard to believe. It's been 10 years. All right, Monty, you're quite popular. Everyone loves to get the picture taken with you. I think we made some friends today. Welcome everyone to the Missoula Children's Theater. I'm Shaun Rainey, joined by Vice President of the Osprey, Matt Ellis. The Montana Grizzlies basketball season is over as they fall to the Michigan Wolverines 74-55. It was a game in which Michigan kind of controlled from the tip as Montana offensively just could not make a shot. Welcome everyone to the SWX studio, which today is Bobcat Stadium. Annika Cook joining me. Other players have now been accused of using buzzers under their jerseys. I got a little buzzer every time I pronounce a name wrong. It goes off, so it helps me so I get the names right. You got to cheat any way you can. Come on, folks. Hi, everyone. The Grizz have made it to Iowa. We got in later this afternoon. The buzz around Montana, the entire state with both teams being good. This is kind of how it should be in the Big Sky, and it has a lot of fans excited. Welcome to the Grizzly Sports Report. I'm your host, Shaun Rainey. I'm standing out here outside Bobcat Stadium. We are less than 24 hours away now from the big game. This fall, I had the absolute pleasure to coach these guys. Claire, Samaya, Sahara, Will, Elias Locke, and my son Brandon. They make up the Tigers soccer team, the Missoula Paddleheads.
And who are the Missoula Paddleheads?
So they're taking over for the Missoula Osprey. Rebranding, we brought you the entire show, an hour live on SWX. And obviously the Grizz very disappointed in their showing here in Iowa. That said, this senior class leaves behind a very storied legacy. In the last 2 years, they won 52 games, which is the most in program history. So they certainly have to hold their heads high. I'm Shaun Rainey here in Iowa. We'll send it back to you. How's it going, everyone? Welcome to Missoula, Montana for some Big Sky Conference basketball on SWX. The two-time defending Big Sky champs, Montana Grizzlies, hosting the Portland State Vikings. Joined by former Grizz, two-time champ himself, Bobby Moorhead. And Bobby, obviously you know all about this Portland State team. We're going to get rolling with rivalry action in the Guard City Sentinel at Big Sky. Things got off with a bang. Brock Field and Brady Tavish colliding on the floor. We got some chipped teeth. We got a bloody nose. He's pumping up the student section. And then don't forget, you got to pick the teeth up, folks, because we don't want to step on them. But Field didn't care too much because Sentinel was rolling. Tony Froelich-Fair hits the triple. They put up 50 in the first half, folks. Jack Collier hits the three from the corner. The lead now over 30. Second half, Big Sky trying to get on the highlight. Andrew Gardner, a nice little reverse layup there. Eventually, Field would get a big old mouth guard. He can come back in the game, has a nice pass there. Sentinel, they win 82-39. And there you see it.
There you go.
You call it dubs and going to the dentist. There we go. I love it. The Grizz film room, and show you a few plays from Saturday's game to show you how they worked or how they didn't work. Let's start with the fake punt here by Adam Wilson. And you can obviously tell that this is something Bobby Houck saw on tape. So you have all of these blockers here that turned their hips and they walled off the defenders from the left side. And you have the two tight ends kind of leading the way, Colin Bingham, and that's just an easy first down for Adam Wilson. And that would lead to basically stealing 3 points. Now, here's the fake field goal that didn't work, but I'm going to show you why it should have. Mitch Roberts takes it, and they have the 2-on-1. You have the one defender here. Now, Roberts needs to attack that defender and then force the pitch later. Instead, he pitches it about 5 yards too early, and that's why that play didn't work. But they had the numbers there. And then I asked him about the controversial one being candy corn. He actually said that he likes it without the white top. So I took the white tops off these candy corn guys, and I'll try it, and then I'll give you some, and you guys can tell me what you think.
You can have mine.
You said that this North Alabama team was a lot better than people might think, and they came out and played pretty well in the first half. How would you assess the way that they played in the first half?
Hi, Shaun, what do you have for us?
Hey guys, for the keys of the game, let's start with the home team in Montana. It's all about home sweet home. The Grizz have the 5th longest home opening winning streak in the country. They have lots of home games since 2004, and these guys are absolutely pumped down here on the sideline. Second is offensive identity. You guys kind of talked about it. The Lions might force the Grizz to run the ball. Can they stay patient and execute the run game? for North Alabama, it's kind of pick your poison. When you're looking at these wide receivers, Sammy Kemp, Samori Torrey, Jerry Louis McGee, who do you want to give help to? Who do you want to go one-on-one? That'll be a key that I'll be watching for down here on the field. And lastly, turnover differential. The Lions set a school record, only 9 giveaways last year. And if they want to pull off the upset, they're going to have to win the turnover battle here tonight, guys. Welcome back. It was just recently we witnessed the power of sport after tragedy. Angels pitcher Tyler Skaggs passed away, and on the day LA honored him, the team threw a no-hitter. It may have been a coincidence, but it certainly felt like there was something more involved. Much like this story I'm going to tell you right now. On a fall Saturday, thousands of Grizz fans will make their way from all over the Northwest to Washington Grizzly Stadium, which Clint Collins and his family have been doing for decades.
My parents have season tickets holders since 1984, and we travel out from Camas, Washington, probably at least 3 times a season, drive about 10 hours to see our Grizz.
Clint grew up in Big Fork and was as passionate a Grizz fan as you will find, which he made sure to pass down to his daughter Susie. If they didn't go to a game together, they would talk during, like last year's Idaho game. But halfway through it, Clint stopped responding.
And we were texting back and forth, and it happened while we were out of town and while he was watching a Grizz game. So he passed away doing what he loved, and that was watching his Grizz play.
After Clint passed, his family got together in his hometown of Big Fork to honor him in a unique way. Susie wrote notes in 4 hats from his collection, and they left them at places that told his life story, with the hope that a Grizz fan would find it, wear it, and continue his legacy. They left one at Helena Flats School, where he used to work and where the gym's named after him. They gave one to the now owner of his childhood house. They dropped one off at the Big Fork Inn, where he met his wife, and one at the high school, where he graduated.
To be honest, that's all we ever thought would happen, that someone would find the hat, and that would be the end of the story. But as we all know, it turned out to be a little more than that.
And that's because at a basketball tournament at Big Fork High School, Steve Wohl stumbled upon a hat.
And so I looked at it, and when I tipped it over like this to look at it, see what size it was, I saw 2 paper clips and a note. So then when I opened it up, it says, "This hat is not lost." And then I started reading it. To the finder of this hat was not lost. It belonged to my dad, Clint, who we lost this past November. He was a huge Montana Grizzly fan and had many Grizz hats. As a tribute to him, we're leaving them around town. So if you're a fan, keep the hat and wear it with pride. And I'm standing in our garage by myself with tears in my eyes going, oh boy.
Steve's wife Ellie then posted about it on Facebook. They eventually got in touch with Susie, and that's when they started realizing this was more than a coincidence.
Just to see the similarities, I was a PE teacher, he's a PE teacher. I'm a coach, he's a coach. Clint's hat collection came about and they placed hats around. We did the same for my dad when he passed away. We at the cemetery, we took his hat collection and every person got a hat and then they set it on the casket saying their last goodbyes. So that was a similarity.
So does it fit?
It fits. Yeah. It fits. Yeah, it fits perfect, doesn't it?
He was the perfect person to get my dad's hat, and he is wearing it with pride, which is amazing. So,
just one hat with one note has not only formed new friendships, but has brought all of Grizz Nation closer together in support of a family who lost a loved one and the perfect stranger to carry on his legacy.
Probably the biggest thing is faith, I think. Faith, whether you're a big believer in God or big believer in karma or whatever may happen, or coincidence.
There's clearly something else working here, and I'm glad people are grabbing on the story and finding some joy in it, because it really just was a simple gesture for us to help remember my dad, and it's turned into so much more than that.
Now the hat left at the inn was found by the wait staff, and they haven't heard back yet from the one they left at Helena Flats. Also, Susie hadn't planned on attending this year's home opener, as it would have been the first without her dad. But now, after their newfound friendship, they're going to go so they can meet Steve and his wife, Ellie. That's it for sports. We'll be right back. All right, thanks, Jordan. Now, this fall, I had the absolute pleasure to coach these guys. Claire, Samaya, Sahara, Will, Elias Locke, and my son Brandon. They make up the Tigers soccer team. Now, the ages range from 3 to 5, so games can be pretty interesting, but certainly a lot of fun. Are you guys ready to play soccer today?
Uh-huh.
Who's excited?
Me!
Are you warm? You got your gloves and everything? Good to go?
I got my gloves. See?
You got gloves with pizza on it?
Yeah, that's why my hands are cold.
Oh, that's so cool. Should we say Tigers?
No, what about Panda Bears?
We're not the Panda Bears. We're the Tigers.
Right here. No.
All right, my hand will go on top. My hand will go on top. 1, 2, 3. Tigers! Get it, Brandon. Kick it out of there.
I did it!
Yeah, you kicked it the wrong way. Kick it, Samaya. Good job. Get it, Locke. Oh, we lost the shoe. Nope, behind the line. Go behind the line. See that white line? Come on. Okay, throw it in. Here you go. Go get it. Kick it up. Turn it around, Locke. Elias, turn it around. There you go, Elias. Good job, bud. Who's having fun?
Me! I'm having fun.
Yeah, Locke. Good job, dude. Good job, Tiger. It's got to be the pizza gloves, huh? High five. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Tigers!
Good job, Dad.
Okay, go through. Go through. Good job, Brandon. Good job. Good job.
My entire being in life was kind of centered around me being a runner.
She made it part of her identity. I think that's important too, which is at Belgrade High School, clearly the most gifted runner in Belgrade history.
I didn't want it to be different. I definitely wanted to just be normal like everyone else.
The first Division I track and field athlete to ever compete as transgender, so it's new territory.
I think it's historic and inspiring, but I see its complications too. I see how there are other points of view in this.
Suicidal thoughts, yeah, definitely it would just be easier if I wasn't around anymore and that I wouldn't have to deal with it. Part of the reason why I wanted to do this was so that other people like me could see somebody like them doing this sort of thing.
So I have those memories of having a boy, and I actually had to go through a whole grieving process. Those are just memories you always have in the past, and you'll just have new memories in the future.
On one end of the spectrum, you want to be a really good athlete and you want to compete at your best, but what comes with that is the controversy.
There will be people that the better, the more success she has and the better she runs, the harder the criticism is going to be. And she can't let that get in the way of what she wants to achieve.
It's not cheating. There's nothing intentional about this at all.
From what I've seen in terms of running, that the advantages and the disadvantages pretty much even out.
It's going to be a learning process. There's no script out there and there's no book to tell you how to get through this. So I guess in a sense, we're writing a book and I don't know how it'll turn out, but I'm hoping for the best for everyone and I support June 1000%. If June decides to give everything June has and not hold back, she will do some spectacular things without doubt.